And this is it. It's the finals of the CFT for NCAA14 football.
This is it. It all come down to this: UCF versus Indiana. Who was going to take it all?
Who would have? I mean, you've been making the prediction that Indiana was the hottest team, and honestly, who really would have thought? You had UCF, you have Indiana, you had LSU, you have Baylor, and now we're down to the final two teams.
Like I said, I picked Indiana since that performance they had a couple of games back. I had them to run the table and make it all the way. And look, they're here. Now the question is, can they close it out?
Now it's UCF with the ball. They had to defeat a really good LSU team. If you would have said that in the match of UCF versus LSU, that UCF would have dominated in the second half, you'd have thought I was talking about something completely not football.
Right, but as you can see, UCF made it here with a dominant performance over LSU. And Indiana, I mean, they just bulldozed their way through here after just pretty much destroying Baylor.
Top-seeded Baylor of the tournament. Now it's 3rd and 7. Quarterback steps back, gets it to the halfback. Not going to get enough, so it's going to be 4th and 3rd. Looks like they're going to kick it out to Indiana, as Indiana will have possession of the ball on offense for the first time of the final match.
Indiana's defense, one of the main reasons why they're here, making UCF going 3 and out, and let's see what they do in their first possession.
Number 14 gets the ball from the kick return. It's only going to be for 8 yards. And again, Indiana pulling huge upsets. They had to defeat a lot of great teams. When they defeated Western Kentucky in the 5th round, it was a 4-way battle just to make it into the top 4. And from there, they defeated the number 1 team, Baylor. And that was a first down from Indiana. They'll get a new set of downs. And number 5 is going to step back to pass. Gets it to number 13, the wide receiver, for another Indiana first down.
So what do you think UCF have to do to combat against Indiana's powerful offense?
Well, it's about pacing. If you can affect Indiana's flow and pace of throwing the ball, they love to throw, and they can also run it too. Destroy the tempo, you'll destroy the chances of Indiana winning.
That's good. That's good. And what do you think Indiana's defense have to do to combat UFC's, come out of nowhere offense?
Well, we just saw it in the first drive of the game. Just shut them down quickly and cleanly as possible and play with a sense of urgency. One thing about Indiana is that they really want to push the players to make poor decisions, and they'll capitalize off of it.
As you can see, Indiana's already in the red zones, 1st and 10. Can they cap this off? Oh, no! Picks! It's another pick.
And that's the thing about UCF. They are very patient. They love to take advantage of poor mismatches. And there it is. The first interception by UCF.
I was not expecting Indiana's quarterback to make a mistake this early in the game. But as you can see, it's picked off. And now UCF has a chance to probably put some points on the board.
You see, Indiana, their quarterback, number 5, he's human, right? He's going to make some mistakes. He really tried to thread the needle on that one. He just wasn't paying attention to the coverage.
Yeah, we clearly see that. And the ball got picked off because of it. Let's see what happens now. It's 1st and 10. And
I mean, patience was a virtue right there. He was able to wait, let the play develop, and he was able to get 14 yards as an account of it.
Do you think this game might be a shootout, or it might be which defense gets the best stops?
I don't know. We already saw both teams on offense on their first set of downs, on their first drives, and right now it's just a battle of keeping it clear in terms of getting great passing lanes being established. And I haven't seen any really strong running plays yet, but I'm curious to see how they're going to run it on the ground.
Yeah, we haven't seen really much run plays. There's a lot of passing so far, but maybe that might change when it gets down to the gritty.
Well, right now the quarterback is 3 for 5 for 29 yards, and now it's 2nd and 10. Quarterback's going to look for it, steps back, and it looks like right there it's not going to be anything. Way too much. Looked like a blitz was about to be developed.
Yeah, I guess it was smart to get the ball out before he got sacked.
Yep. And so now it's a 3rd and 10. Last time they're in this situation, they wasn't able to make much out of it. Let's see if that'll change as the quarterback steps back, looks for a deep pass, gets it by number 9, and that's going to be a first down for UCF, a 23-yard reception.
UCF finally makes it into the red zone. They're now at the 20-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Can they finally punch it in?
We'll find out now as, again, another passing play. Quarterback number 5 gets it to number 81, and that's going to be a touchdown, Central Florida.
And here we are. They finally punched it in, got on the board, and UCF strikes blood first.
It was an 8 play drive, and that's going to give them the first extra point for 7. And now it's 7-0 UCF. Indiana's going to receive the ball.
Let's see what happens now.
Starting from the 1, number 1 is going to take it to nearly the 30. That's a 26-yard reception.
Do you think Indiana's turnover might have cost them, or it's too early to tell?
I mean, look, when you give away the ball like that for free points, they're going to have to make it up a lot, and they'll have to do it soon. Let's see, quarterback number 5 is going to scan the ball and looks at number 1, gets 7 yards. 7 positive yards. It's now 2nd and 3rd. And I think we're going to see a running play for the first time, and it will be for the halfback, number 12. He's going to get a huge set of new downs, got 12 yards off the rush.
Yeah, we finally got to see some running offers from the halfback, and he pushed it through for 12 good yards, and now they moved the chains.
Now, that's one thing that I want to put out there. If we want to talk about the most underrated player of the tournament, it's the halfback, number 12. I mean, the amount of successful running plays that he has established in this tournament. I mean, if we want to talk about MVP and not talk about quarterback number 5, I think halfback number 12 should be an honorable mention.
Yeah, you do have a point. He's been one of the reasons why that he got it in. Oh my goodness, I was almost picked off again. What is going on with the Indiana quarterback?
Look, Indiana is playing it loose, and I know that's his style. I know that he likes to throw it out there, get a little wild, but he doesn't want to make another mistake like that and give up the ball again. Staying conservative, gives it back to number 12, and that's going to be a 7-yard rush.
Yeah, it's now 3rd and 3. I think they should just stick with the run, but it looks like they're going to throw it again.
I mean, for short yardage, that might be the smart move, and will do so with number 83, the tight end. Gets 5 yards for the first down.
As we go, they're now in their red zone finally for the first time in the game with 46 seconds left in the first quarter.
And the quarterback gives it back to the halfback. The halfback is going to try to make it for,
no, there's a flag on the play.
But there is a flag on the play. Where's it going to go to?
Oh!
UCF playing it a bit too rough. It's going to cost them 15 yards and an automatic first down.
Yeah, I don't know what they was doing there, but it moved to change, and now it's 1st and goal.
This is the type of mistake you cannot afford to make in a championship game. It's going to go to the halfback again, number 12, and it looks like Indiana's going to get the touchdown from number 12.
Number 12 punches it in, and now we have a tie game after this point after attempt.
Indiana is demonstrating that when it comes to the running game, they are one of the best, and it's part of a significant reason why they've made it.
Oh, my goodness.
What was that about?
Oh, my goodness. Indiana's kicker just shanked the point after attempt right to the left.
I mean, that was a chip shot.
Clearly not if he shanked it to the left. I cannot believe... Since we've been watching this, has he ever missed a kick?
No. That's why I'm completely shocked, and of all times... It had to be the final round. And now the halfback number 8 is going to try to make something, but only got 1 yard.
Yeah, I'm still just mind blown after we just saw with that shank kick. I can't. I hope that does not come back to haunt him. But
it's early. It's the first quarter of the match, and the halfback tries to do something of it. Not going to get much. In fact, he'll lose about 3 yards.
Yeah, I mean that play got blown up. It's like they knew it was coming, and he didn't go anywhere.
Wasn't able to develop anything off that play. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And oddly, it's Central Florida 7-6 over Indiana. Should have been a tie.
Yeah, you're right. But like I said, that shank kick to the left, and UCF has a 1-point lead.
Quarterback number 5 steps back, is looking deep, is going to go way deep.
Oh, no! Oh, my goodness.
Talk about exposed.
Blown coverage.
Oh, man, for 73 yards, number 2.
Oh my goodness, this UCF might run away with this because that was just an unbelievable play, and they scored touchdown.
You
UCF.
had to give it to them. That's a touchdown again by Central Florida, and the quarterback, talk about exposing the deep pass defense of Indiana. That was bad.
They moved down the field pretty quickly. I mean, they wasted no time, and they were already taking a 14-6 lead.
That was a 21-second drive. I mean, UCF is reminding everybody why they belong in the finals. And now the running wide receiver tried to make something of that for 27 yards.
Indiana got to get their stuff together. They're already down big. Well, not big, but still. I mean, after that mistake and the shank kick, they got to respond here or they don't want this game to get out of control.
Well, they just lost 3 yards, so now it's 2nd and long. And it looks like they're going to try to throw it deep. Number 5 is going to step back. And, wow! I mean, that play was underdeveloped, but somehow number 83, the tight end, was able to make something of it.
Yeah, Indiana quarterback threaded a needle in a dangerous position, but the receiver able to catch the ball. Good on him.
And again, another reception, this time for 3 yards. The quarterback is 8 for 10, 1 interception, but already over 100 yards for the second quarter. And boom, first down by number 83. Great catch, and that's a 25-yard reception.
They're already moving that change pretty quickly. They're already about to hit the red zone. Oh, they're already there now. They're at the 23-yard line.
Quarterback is going to go for another pass. Looks, and I don't know who he was trying to throw it to, but number 26 from UCF, he was ready to go with that one.
Oh, yeah, he was all over that play. Luckily, it wasn't picked off.
Well, I mean, these are missed opportunities. Indiana is undermining the running game. Going to get it to number 15, and number 15 is going to get it about more than 10, 11 yards, and that's going to be another first down for Indiana.
Already deep inside the red zone. Can they punch it in and take a lead here?
50% at the red zone, and he's going to let develop, and he gets it. Number 1 for the touchdown for Indiana, and it should have been 13-14.
But they're going for 2.
I mean, why not? They're going to try to go for the tie right here. Number 5.
Oh, my goodness.
And instead gives it away to UCF. And that 2-point conversion is not going to happen.
Another turnover by Indiana. What is going on with this quarterback? They're playing a little sloppy here.
I mean, this is the sloppiest I think they've played this entire tournament. I mean, for the exception of the first game that they lost to, I would not expect Indiana to be trailing UCF by 2 after they were dominating one of the best teams in the country, let alone in the tournament, Baylor. This is night and day.
This is true.
And I'd see the free safety was trying his best to hold him down, but he was able to get him down for 10. That's going to be about a few inches to the first down for UCF. Man in motion. Quarterback's going to give it to the halfback, number 8. Finds the gap. Boom. Shakes him off a bit, and that's going to be for a 14-yard rush.
Yeah, I thought they were going to stop him there, but they found the hole and kept it pushing. It's 1st and 10.
They're going to hold on to the ball. I think this is going to be another running play to the halfback. And it will be so. Number 8's going to go in for 2 yards, and that's going to be 2nd and 8.
No, 15 saw that coming and got there just in time. It is now 2nd and 8.
UCF called one of their first of 3 timeouts. Quarterback number 5 steps back, is still looking, tries
and
to do
he's
something,
down.
and that's going to be a sack. Number
Loss
25 was not wasting any time to get that quarterback down.
Stirred and manageable. Let's see what they do there, and it is...
The deep pass, not going to work. Big deflection by number 7.
And they're going to punt the ball back with about 1:32 left. Indiana could probably try to squeeze some points in before the half.
Got to commend Indiana. If there was one moment where you needed to stop UCF for another touchdown, that was the moment. Number 14 is holding on to the ball. Is going to make it to near the 40.
You're pretty much in midfield. Let's see if they can cash in some points before half.
It would be really good if they can try to get at least 3 and take the lead by 1 going into the second half of the game. And that's a big reception by the tight end.
Tight end was wide open there.
No one was there.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him, but clearly they failed at their assignment.
Talk about a misassignment. And now it's going to be a new set of downs with about a minute left in the second. Number 5 steps back. Boom! Gets it to number 1. And that's a very good reception for 15 yards, and it stops the clock.
I mean, Indiana's been getting these passes off, but this quarterback loves threading the needle.
Let's see if it happens here again. Number 5 steps back, and
oh my goodness, that was almost picked off
again. That should have been another interception.
What is going on with this quarterback throwing the needle? His coach has got to tell him to relax with that.
You know, the lead isn't as bad as it seems. He doesn't have to go with such a risky play, but that was a good play there. That was where no one was there. You had defenders missing their assignments. I mean, 2 of them missed their assignments, and that was just an easy catch.
I mean, they should just try to punch this in. You know,
look, if they want to do that,
and he dropped the ball.
I don't know if that would have been the play to do it.
And, I mean, the quarterback fit it in there, but the receiver couldn't catch the ball.
I figure because it's 1st and goal, maybe that's a free down that they can try to experiment.
I guess. Take a shot. And now they did what I told them they should have just did, punch it in.
And so they did, and that's going to be another touchdown for Indiana, and they take back the lead 18-14.
Yeah, pretty odd scoring, but hey, they got their lead as they should and actually punched in points before the half. Now let's see if he's actually going to make this kick this time.
And I think Number 16 heard what you were saying and didn't want to replicate the mistake again.
Indiana fans are in attendance here. They're liking what they're seeing. Their team is in the league right before half.
And look, if you're in Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium, you're watching the CFT finals between Indiana over Central Florida, 19-14.
It's a packed house here. Everyone is here. Both teams, their teams are showing.
And the quarterback's going to hold on to the ball.
No.
And that's going to be at least for about 2 yards. I'm surprised that the play didn't develop and he had to hold on to it.
Yeah, I mean, at least he was held on the ball. At least it wasn't fumbled.
About 20 seconds left in the quarter. UCF, I would imagine, I think they're going to get the ball in the second half, so they're not going to try to do anything risky with the remaining 10 seconds left. They're going to wind down the clock. That's going to be practically it at this point.
Yeah, you probably have a point here. We're probably going to have going to the half here. Oh, no, they're going to get a playoff.
I call this a free play.
For nothing.
Didn't do anything with it. And I don't know. I feel like with that situation, why didn't you just say, you know what? I'm just going to kneel or do something where you didn't have to risk any sort of action by any of the players. You don't want them to get injured at this point of the game.
Right. I would have said take a shot to the end zone, not just take a kneel and go to half.
So with that, we are now in the second half, and Indiana's going to have the ball back. And you see, that's why I'm very confused about Central Florida's decision. I thought they were getting the ball back in the second half. I was wrong, but that's more of a reason why they probably should have took a timeout.
This is true, but bad play calling. And let's see what happens here. And the tight end caught them
again, gets the ball.
And he will not go down.
It took, what, 4 men? Nearly 5 to stop number 83?
Indiana's trying to gain some type of momentum. They're halfway in their territory.
Look, they're up by 5. They have the ball, and that's going to be another first down by number 1 for a 12-yard reception. I mean, if they at least try to play conservatively, try to go midfield with the ball.
16 first downs for Indiana.
Halfback is going to take it for 10 yards, enough for the first down.
They gave him just enough to move the chains. Let's see what the hell. Oh, option play.
What do you know? Finally, we see something that we've became so normalized of seeing.
What was that? I'm surprised it wasn't a flag.
Go for it on his own. No, that was a late hit. I don't think that was anything malicious for a flag. But, yeah, I mean, quarterback number 5, he throws it, he runs it.
And that's going to be in.
And speaking of throwing it, he gets it to number 1 for another Indiana touchdown. And it's now 25-14 Indiana.
Make it 26 right down the pike. UCF, you want to respond here? Indiana fans are hyped. Their team is taking pretty much almost a 2-possession lead.
At one point, we were concerned about Indiana's performance, and right now they're running away with it with a two possession game right now. It's 26-14.
My partner is tongue-tied because he can't believe what's going on with Indiana. They're starting to run away with this.
I am kind of shocked so much that my mind doesn't know what to say. At least my mind can't conjure up the words on what to say.
Oh my goodness, it's picked off!
What another interception.
And that might be a pick 6, and it is!
It is a pick 6. First turnover for Indiana.
Oh my goodness.
And they were able to capitalize on it for 6.
Oh my goodness. UCF, what was that? You threw it right to the defender.
I will say this. If there was any moment that could possibly be the game-ending moment, it could be this.
22 read that play like a book. It's like he knew the quarterback was going to throw it to him, and now it's starting to... It's not looking good for UCF.
It is now a 3-possession lead for Indiana.
In a matter of seconds.
I mean, in under 30 seconds, they're able to get 14 points. In under 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. UCF is not looking good right now. But like I said, it's still early in the third quarter. They need something on this drive here to stay in this game.
Really didn't predict this was going to be a high-scoring game at this point.
Oh my goodness.
And looks like the tight end was trying to get it, but 42 denied it.
Yeah, Indiana's defense is starting to clamp down, and that's not good for UCF. Time is still on their side, but they got to score in this possession.
This is a very important drive for UCF. And that was a very important catch made by number 19.
Got the first down. Just got tackled outside the line, which is great. It moved the chains. And 3:07 left in the third. UCF's got to start doing some damage now.
Good contribution by number 19. First reception for the game. Halfback holds on to the ball. Gets about 5 yards. Number 8 will get a 5-yard reception from the rush. It's going to be 2nd and 5. And again, it looks like he's going to give it back. No, he's going to hold on to it. And
oh my goodness!
I mean, that was good awareness. I mean, that could have been a sack right there.
He got it off just in time and had to throw it away. He lucky it wasn't a sack.
3rd and 5, gets it to number 8, the wide receiver, actually now the halfback, playing as the wide receiver and getting 6 yards for another first down.
Let's see here. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty much at midfield. They got to score in this possession to stay in this game. Oh my goodness!
Because the blitz was way too fast. That was very speedy by number 33.
The quarterback had absolutely no
number
time.
70 just let him go. I mean,
what was
that about? He basically stopped defending, couldn't protect the quarterback, and that was a huge loss.
Oh my goodness! It's not a time to be taking sacks.
You got to protect the quarterback better.
It's
a
second
huge
and long.
Mistake.
Let's see what happens here. They got to get something here.
Well,
oh wait a minute!
Nine was there. And that's going to make up a huge difference from the loss.
Big gain. They're already in the red zone. This is what they needed.
And now it looks like he's going to go and throw it. If he can find someone. I don't think he was going to get it to anyone.
Yeah, he threw it away when there's not much he could do in that situation.
He's now over 200 yards for the game. Quarterback number 5 steps back. And it looks like that's not really going to be much of a big difference. And here we are, moving closer to the end zone.
1st and goal.
And it looks like he's going to get stopped, at least on this play. It's going to be for a loss of 3 yards.
Yeah, but they're there. They got to punch it in. 3 points is not going to get it done here.
With about a minute to go in the 3rd, 2nd and goal, quarterback number 5 is going to hold on sees the gap, and that's going to be a touchdown. The first running quarterback touchdown for Central Florida. And that's going to give them now 21, still down by 12. But it's keeping the game and the hopes alive for Central Florida. They're now down by 12, 2 possessions.
They needed that, and they got it. And now they're only down by 12. There's still plenty of time, but their defense got to clamp up here.
Look, the offense did their job. They managed to hold them down. But look at Indiana. I mean, the past 5 plays, the past 2 drives were for touchdowns.
Oh, my goodness.
And had to get rid of the ball.
This is what UCF needs. They need something like this.
Look, the offense,
question the quarterback.
The offense did their job. The defense now has to do theirs. Quarterback number 5 is stepping back, is trying to look, sees the wide receiver. No, the tight end is going to try to get it, but couldn't hold on to it.
You're lucky that wasn't picked off. This is what they needed. They got to get him off the field quick.
Look like this is going to be a huge sprint. 3-person stretch gets it to the wide receiver number 1, and that was a first down from an all-streaks pass. 3 wide receivers going deep, and he was able to get it to number 1. An excellent play, good call, and gets a new set of downs.
Kind of skeptical for that play, but it worked out. Somebody got open, and it worked. So now they're pretty much in their territory. If they score here, this game might be pretty much out of reach.
And there's not a lot of time left for UCF to be making any sort of mistakes. Indiana's doing the right thing to burn out the clock. About 5 seconds left in the play clock. Gets it out in time. Looks at number 1. Smart move, because that's going to be for another first down.
And that might just take us to the 4th quarter, and that will do it.
Indiana in the lead. They are 1 quarter away of becoming the CFT 2014 champions. They are now up by 12 going into the final quarter of the match. And they're going to hold on to the ball. Gets it to the halfback. The halfback is going to go up the middle, and that's going to be for a first down.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen much of the halfback, but when we see him, it's effective.
From the red zone, they have been, 4 for 5, about 80% effective. Can they improve that percentage on this play? Burning the clock, which is the right thing to do at this point. They need to control the tempo, hold on to the ball as much as they can. Play clock is about to be down to 5. Call it 4. And now he was ready to get it out. And tries to hold on to it. Couldn't do much with it. That's going to be a loss of 3. Good job for number 47.
Yeah, I think UCF still needs that, but man, time is not on their side right now.
Clock is still running. Number 5.
Oh,
no! On to it. And that's going to be a loss of 9.
What happened there?
They were once at the red zone.
And
but the tight end is going to fix it. That could have been a touchdown. Was off by a yard. And it's going to be 1st and goal about half of a yard for the touchdown. 21 first downs for Indiana.
UCF was hype about getting that stop, but not be all for nothing now. If they punch it in here, this game might be over.
And the clock is still running. So at the bare minimum, Indiana's going to stay in the red zone if they can't get it off. But they're trying to go for 6 and call it a day. And so they won't. They won't.
UCF
47 blocked the gap and couldn't make it possible for number 12 to go right in. It's now 2nd and goal. They're going to try to go in the middle.
Ball looks like to be at the 4-yard line. No, sorry, 2-yard line.
Still holding on to the ball with about 10 seconds on the play clock.
I don't know why UCF is not calling timeouts.
This is not the time to waste. 5 seconds in the play clock. Quarterback gets it out, tries the play again, and this time it works for another Indiana touchdown.
Oh boy, this ain't good for UCF. Indiana's looking to start celebrating early.
I mean, I can hear from the audience, people are getting really excited because they're about to see Indiana from the Big Ten become the CFT champions in about 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
Would you think that this was going to happen after that performance they had in the first half? It was like the tale of two halves.
I mean, look, Indiana was sleeping on the wheel, and now they're going in full force. And if UCF can't come up with a real response and try to get the ball back, I don't think this is going to work out well for Central Florida.
Got a point there. Drops back the pass, and he drops the ball.
You can't drop that. These are the moments where you have to hold on to the ball.
Oh, boy. It's 2nd and 10. It's 2:33 left in the game.
And 81's going to get the ball, and will get the first down.
They got to hurry up.
They're going to hustle. And number 5 steps back, scans the field, goes deep. Where was he going? Because the linebacker, number 42, was scanning that play.
And that's pretty much
That's it. It's over. It's over.
Indiana is going to be your first ever CFT champions. That pretty much sealed it. UCF will never see the ball again.
And even if they do, with the amount of time that'll be left over, I can't see how they can recover from this. Quarterback is going to give it to number 12, and here we go. They're going to run the clock. We're already past the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter.
Unless UCF get the ball back and hit a 25-point game breaker, this game is pretty much over.
I don't think that's happening. I think this is a game over. UCF is not even managing the clock well.
They got timeouts. I don't know why they're not calling them. What is this coach doing?
They are throwing the white flag of defeat. They have given up. They've realized that, I don't know, maybe a couple of drives ago. And now the halfback number 12 is going to hold on to it. Again, if there was a MVP of the game, let alone the tournament, I'm giving it to the halfback. I think number 12 should get their flowers. Second, probably the tight end number 83 should get their flowers as well. I mean, that is a combination of a successful offense that's getting them this championship.
You're absolutely right about that.
And with about 7 seconds left...
And he runs the ball. It's going to be another first down. That's pretty much going to do it. I'm surprised they're not taking a knee here. This game is pretty much over. UCF has declared defeat. They're not calling any timeouts.
Again, the white flag has been thrown out a long time ago. It seems that Indiana is going to hold on to the ball. They're going to probably get the play out so they don't get a penalty.
I don't know why they're not taking a knee.
But it's all over. They're just going to give it back to number 12, and I think that's it. This is it. Indiana University is the NCAA 14 CFT National Championship winners. They have defeated the University of Central Florida.
I can't believe it. I called it. I told you that Indiana was going to go all the way, and they made it. They bulldozed their way through the finals, and now they can call themselves champions.
Well, congratulations to Indiana. This is their first championship in the CFT. UCF, you got to commend them from an outstanding performance. I mean, you could not predict these two teams making it to a final, and we have to give credit to Central Florida for an outstanding performance. Couldn't get it done today, but they've definitely have done a lot of great work to make it this far.
Exactly. It's been exciting. Thank you guys for joining us for the CFT. Don't worry, we'll be back for the CFT for NCAA 13.
And not to mention, keep in mind that College Football 25 will be coming out soon, and we'll see the new CFT of 2025 once that is released. Be well and take care.
Have a good night, everyone. Stay tuned for more.
Can you believe it? Indiana, of all teams.
Hey, at least it wasn't Fresno State.